On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Nerd.
A person who is very interested in and knowledgeable about a particular subject, such as computers, mathematics, chess, etc.
Examples:
A computer nerd. Nerd neck. He was, by nature, a cyber nerd.
Screech.
To make a loud, high-pitched, piercing sound, often indicating pain or fear.
Examples:
Screech out a slogan. Screech with laughter. The brakes on the car began to screech as the driver suddenly stopped at the intersection.
Envision.
To imagine or expect what a situation will be like in the future.
Examples:
Envision the future. Envision the project's success. We cannot envision her as president.
Nod.
To lower and raise one's head, sometimes several times, as to show approval, agreement, greeting, or confirmation.
Examples:
Nod at each other. Nod courteously. She nodded quietly in response to the question.
Decentralize.
To move the power, control, or authority of an organization, government, or system from a single place to several smaller ones.
Examples:
Decentralize authority. Decentralize organizational structure. We need to decentralize our data to recover quickly from a disaster.
Sabotage.
The deliberate and malicious damage, destruction, or disruption of equipment, machinery, or other property, often by someone with a particular agenda or motive. The subversion of an organization or institution by secret agents or spies.
Examples:
Active sabotage. Sabotage mission. The sabotage of the factory's equipment caused significant damage.
Sap.
To gradually weaken or drain strength, energy, or resources, to undermine or impair someone's confidence or morale.
Examples:
Sap flow. Sap strength. The disease has sapped all his energy, and he can barely get out of bed.
Doom.
Death, destruction, or some other terrible situation that cannot be avoided.
Examples:
Economic doom. Prophet of doom. Everyone was aware of the impending doom but was unable to prevent it.
Gloom.
A state of darkness, sadness, or melancholy, a feeling of depression or lack of hope, a state of obscurity or uncertainty.
Examples:
A sense of gloom. Gloom-filled room. The gloom of the rainy weather was beginning to affect her mood.
Pandemic.
An outbreak of a disease that affects many people over a very wide area.
Examples:
flu pandemic, global pandemic. They fear a pandemic of a new type of virus.
Terrifying.
Very frightening or intimidating.
Examples:
terrifying experience, terrifying events. Large earthquakes often generate terrifying tsunamis.
Unassuming.
Not arrogant, bold, or forward.
Examples:
unassuming appearance, an unassuming fashion. His unassuming manner concealed his ambition.
Galvanize.
To stimulate or shock someone into taking action, to cover metal containing zinc to protect it from rust.
Examples:
galvanize steel, galvanize the country. The motivational speech galvanized the team and gave them the drive to succeed.
Crumble.
To break or fall apart into small pieces or fragments, especially due to age, decay, or lack of support.
Examples:
crumble to dust. Began to crumble under financial pressure. The old building was starting to crumble due to years of neglect and lack of maintenance.
Creditor.
A person, company, etc., to whom a debtor owes money.
Examples:
the creditor's claims. Bankrupt creditor. I asked the lawyer to initiate creditor negotiations for voluntary liquidation.
Destabilize.
To cause something to become less stable or secure.
Examples:
destabilize the market. Destabilize a good relationship. The political crisis destabilized the country and caused widespread turmoil.
Rout.
A disorderly retreat or defeat of an army or group, a decisive defeat.
Examples:
route march. Cricket team's rout. The football team suffered a humiliating rout in the championship game. Blackout. A loss of electric power for a general region, a suspension of radio or TV broadcasting, a momentary loss of consciousness.
Examples:
media blackout. Memory blackout. The nationwide blackout caused widespread power outages and disrupted daily life.
Imprison.
To confine a person to a prison, a detention facility, or a place of involuntary confinement.
Examples:
imprison illegal immigrant. Imprison myself within the room. He was imprisoned for embezzlement.
Frontline.
In the most critical or dangerous position, in the military line or part of an army closest to the enemy.
Examples:
frontline health workers. At the front line of the war. Within days, the new aircraft was in frontline service.
Junta.
A group of military or political leaders who have taken control of a government, often by force, a board or council that rules a country or organization.
Examples:
Junta regime, rebel junta. The military junta took control of the country after the coup.
Seize.
To catch or take hold of someone or something suddenly and forcibly, to capture the attention or imagination of something.
Examples:
Seize a person's property. Seize the day. He has the superpower to seize a business opportunity.
Enact.
To make a law, to put something into practice.
Examples:
Enact new legislation. Enact the smoking ban. The government enacted this law in 1925.
Hinder.
To make it difficult for someone to do something, to limit the development of something.
Examples:
Hinder athletic performance. Hinder international exchanges. The pandemic hindered the growth of the airline industry.
Guerrilla.
A member of small, independent soldiers or fighters who engage in irregular, often surprise attacks against enemy forces.
Examples:
An urban guerrilla. Guerrilla warfare. The government's efforts to suppress the guerrilla movement were met with resistance from local communities.
Cyber warfare.
The use of digital technologies, such as hacking, viruses, and other malicious tactics, to disrupt, damage, or destroy computer systems, networks, and electronic devices, to cause harm to individuals, governments, or organizations.
Examples:
Cyber warfare defense. Cyber warfare threats. Experts warn that cyber warfare attacks are becoming increasingly sophisticated and difficult to detect.
Casualty.
A person who has been killed or injured in a war, accident, or other disasters, a victim.
Examples:
Civilian casualty. Military casualty. Unfortunately, the driver was the only casualty in the car accident.
Empower.
To give someone the power or authority to do something.
Examples:
Empower my life. Empower the secretary to do the same. The company empowered employees to buy low-price items without approval to achieve efficient purchasing.
Censor.
A person or institution responsible for examining books, movies, and other forms of media to determine if they are harmful or offensive and should be banned or altered. An official in charge of banning or suppressing information.
Examples:
Censor a book. Censor a TV program. The newspaper editor decided to censor the controversial headline to avoid backlash.
Hopeless.
Having no hope, despairing, having no chance of success.
Examples:
Hopeless situation. Hopeless at everything. After months of job searching, he felt hopeless and unsure of his future.
Upbeat.
Positive, optimistic, or enthusiastic in attitude or outlook, having a lively or energetic rhythm or tempo, especially in music.
Examples:
Upbeat attitude. Remain upbeat about the future. The upbeat music helped to lift her spirits and put her in a good mood.
Depose.
To compel to depart, to remove from office.
Examples:
Depose a prime minister. Deposed dictator. The citizens deposed the monarch.
Repress.
To restrain or control by force, to suppress feelings or memories.
Examples:
Cannot repress laughter. Repress gene expression. He repressed the memories of his traumatic childhood.
Disinformation.
False or misleading information that is spread deliberately, usually with the intent to deceive or manipulate public opinion.
Examples:
Disinformation campaign. Disinformation warfare. The government is being criticized for spreading disinformation about the pandemic.
Misinformation.
Information that is false or inaccurate, or the act of giving wrong information, especially deliberately.
Examples:
Misinformation about a vaccine. Combat misinformation on social media. The government called for caution against pseudoscientific misinformation about vaccines.
Infodemic.
A term used to describe an excessive amount of information, including rumors, false or misleading news, and other forms of misinformation, that is circulated rapidly and widely, often leading to confusion, anxiety, and panic.
Examples:
Infodemic panic. Spreading infodemic. The infodemic about the safety of 5G technology has caused vandalism and attacks on cell towers.
Coronavirus.
A group of viruses that cause respiratory, gastrointestinal, and neurological diseases in humans and other animals.
Examples:
Coronavirus antibody test kit. Coronavirus bankruptcy. Considering the situation of coronavirus, organized stopped this year's beer festival.
Bleach.
To remove color or stains, whiten, or sterilize using a solution of chemicals or other substances, such as bleach.
Examples:
Bleach stains. Bleach hair. I need to bleach this shirt to remove the stains.
Arson.
The criminal act of deliberately setting fire to property or buildings.
Examples:
Arson attack. Deliberate arson. The police are investigating the arson that destroyed the abandoned building.
Mimic.
To imitate someone's speech, movement, or behavior, especially to make others laugh.
Examples:
Mimic a human voice. Mimic numerous instruments. He is very popular at school because he can mimic all the teachers' accents.
Imperfectly.
In a faulty or incomplete way.
Examples:
Imperfectly developed. Imperfectly known disease. He created an imperfectly shaped torso.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Incentivize.
To make someone want to do in a particular way by offering them a reward.
Examples:
Incentivize carpooling. Incentivize the right behavior. Governments incentivize their citizens to buy eco-friendly products through subsidies.
Cram.
To force or try to fit a large amount of information into a short time, especially in preparation for an examination. To force or try to fit a large amount of something into a small space.
Examples:
Cram more circuits into chips. Cram 5 people into a car. She had to cram for the final exam and stayed up all night studying.
Disrupt.
To prevent or stop something, especially an event, activity, or process, from continuing in the usual way by causing a problem or disturbance.
Examples:
Disrupt a well-ordered condition. Disrupt sleep. I'm so sorry to disrupt you when you're pretty busy.
Eyeball.
The round part of the eye of a vertebrate that is usually inside the head and, therefore, cannot be seen.
Examples:
Eyeball motion. Redness of the eyeball. Increased eyeball pressure leads to the development of glaucoma.
Distrust.
A lack of trust or confidence in someone or something.
Examples:
Distrust in politics. Growing distrust. The employee's consistent tardiness and lack of accountability made her coworkers develop distrust in her abilities.
Unregulated.
Not subject to official rules, procedures, or oversight, not controlled or supervised by a governing authority or system.
Examples:
Unregulated market. Unregulated offshore fishing. Without regulations, the industry is unregulated and potentially dangerous.
Anonymity.
The condition of being anonymous or unidentified, the state of not revealing one's name, identity, or other personal information.
Examples:
Comment with anonymity. Protect anonymity. The use of pseudonyms allows individuals to maintain their anonymity online.
Dissident.
A person who opposes the policies or actions of a government or other authority, often publicly and openly, a rebel or revolutionary.
Examples:
Dissident activities. Outspoken dissident. The government's security forces constantly monitored the dissident politician.
Phishing.
The act of attempting to trick individuals into divulging sensitive information or clicking on a malicious link by posing as a trustworthy entity in emails, texts, or other forms of communications.
Examples:
Phishing attacks. Phishing email. I received a fraudulent email, a phishing scam, trying to obtain my personal information.
Tame.
To make wild animals domesticated or controlled, especially through specific training. Adjective, not dangerous or afraid of people, either naturally or because of specific training.
Examples:
Tame a wild beast. A tame animal. We have to tame substantial financial deficits at first.
Twit.
A silly or foolish person, someone regarded as annoying or irritating.
Examples:
Celebrity twit. Neighborhood twit. Please ignore that twit on social media. Their opinions are irrelevant.
Oversimplify.
To describe or explain something in a way that is too simple and no longer holds true.
Examples:
Oversimplify the problem. Oversimplify a complex reality. People may oversimplify natural phenomena due to the improved accessibility of knowledge.
Coo.
A low, soft, murmuring sound made by a dove, pigeon, or other bird, an expression of tenderness or affection, stands for Chief Operating Officer, a senior executive position in an organization responsible for overseeing the day-to-day operations and managing various departments and functions within the company.
Examples:
Baby coo. The COO of the company. The baby let out a gentle coo as she was rocked to sleep.
Troll.
A person who makes inflammatory or off-topic posts on the internet, a supernatural creature often portrayed as a giant or dwarf that lives in isolated areas. Verb, to fish by dragging a baited line through the water behind a boat.
Examples:
Feed a troll. Copyright troll. He was banned from the online forum for being a troll and causing trouble.
Sow.
To plant or scatter seed, especially in the ground, to establish or set in motion.
Examples:
Sow a seed of doubt. Sow a lot of confusion. The farmer sowed the seeds in the field, hoping for a good harvest.
Discord.
Lack of agreement or harmony between people or things, a disagreement or dispute, a harsh, unpleasant sound or noise.
Examples:
In discord with my friend. Discord between team members. Political discord has led to a lot of tension at family gatherings lately.
Phantom.
A ghost or a spirit of a dead person, something existing only in your imagination or perception.
Examples:
A phantom company. Phantom limb pain. The police frantically searched for clues to the phantom killer.
Puppet.
A doll or figure that is manipulated by strings, wires, or hands to represent a person or animal, a person who is controlled or manipulated by someone else.
Examples:
Puppet theater. Corporate puppet. The politician was merely a puppet for the wealthy elite.
Bolster.
To support or strengthen, often by adding extra assistance or resources.
Examples:
Bolster confidence. Bolster the economy. The company hired a new advertising agency to bolster its marketing efforts.
Inflame.
To cause very strong feelings such as anger or excitement in a person or a group of people.
Examples:
Inflame skin. Inflame his passion. Her eyes inflamed with crying.
Nihilist.
A person who rejects all religious, moral, and political beliefs and values, a person who believes life is meaningless and void of purpose.
Examples:
Violent nihilist. Militant nihilist. The professor accused the student of being a nihilist for constantly challenging the course material.
Jealousy.
A feeling of resentment or bitterness towards someone because they have something that you desire.
Examples:
Jealousy feeling towards another person. Burn with jealousy. His jealousy of his brother's success caused a rift in their relationship.
Drone.
A low continuous humming noise, someone who takes more time than necessary, a pilotless aerial vehicle that is operated by remote control.
Examples:
Drone flight. The speaker's drone. He heard a drone of sirens roar from the neighboring town.
Assassination.
The act of killing a public figure, especially a political leader, usually for political or religious motives.
Examples:
Failed assassination attempt. Assassination plot. The assassination of the president sent shockwaves through the nation.
Frightening.
Causing fear or alarm, or very surprising and alarming.
Examples:
Cast frightening eyes. Frightening experience. The news of the pandemic was a frightening reminder of the fragility of human health.
Dwarf.
A person or animal that is much smaller than usual or expected for its type, a celestial body, especially a planet, that is smaller and less massive than a star.
Examples:
A potted dwarf tree. A wise old dwarf. The dwarf planet Pluto is much smaller than Earth and orbits the Sun.
Flick.
To make a sudden sharp movement or hit something quickly with a sharp movement.
Examples:
Flicker candle. Flick through pages. He flipped the light switch, and the room was illuminated.
App.
Abbreviation for application, software designed to run on smartphones and other mobile devices or inside a web browser on a PC.
Examples:
Killer app. Cannot log into the app. The discovery of a critical bug caused the company to delay the app's release.
Lockdown.
An emergency policy for people, communities, or a country to stay where they are, usually due to specific risks, such as COVID-19.
Examples:
Go on lockdown. Lockdown area. The country's prime minister has decided to implement a nationwide lockdown measure.
Binge.
A period of excessive or uncontrolled consumption, often of food or alcohol, a spree or bout of reckless behavior or indulgence.
Examples:
Binge on social media. Alcohol binge. She stayed up all night binge watching her favorite TV show.
Hyperscale.
A term used to describe very large, complex, and high-speed computing systems, usually consisting of thousands of interconnected servers and data centers designed to handle massive amounts of data and traffic.
Examples:
Hyperscale data centers. Hyperscale computing. The data center had a hyperscale architecture, handling massive amounts of information and traffic.
Labyrinth.
A complicated network of paths or passages, often with twists and turns, making it difficult to find one's way out.
Examples:
A labyrinth of relationships. Labyrinthine pathways. It was easy to get lost in the labyrinth of narrow alleyways in the old city.
Infancy.
The state or period of being a baby or very young child.
Examples:
Infancy stage. In early infancy. The technology is still in its infancy and has much room for improvement.
Supercharge.
To increase the power or energy of something.
Examples:
Supercharge economic growth. Supercharge the battery. They supercharged the engine to get more power.
Cashless.
Operating without the use of physical currency or cash, often relying instead on electronic forms of payment and exchange, such as credit cards or digital wallets.
Examples:
Cashless payment. Cashless transactions. Many countries are moving towards a cashless society, where all transactions are made electronically.
Whereabouts.
The location of a person or thing, the place or region where someone or something is currently located.
Examples:
Unknown whereabouts. Revealing whereabouts. The police are still investigating the whereabouts of the missing person.
Backdoor.
A term used to describe an unauthorized or concealed means of accessing a computer system or network, typically through a loophole or vulnerability in the system.
Examples:
Backdoor access. Backdoor software. The public was outraged to discover that the company had made a backdoor deal with the government to avoid taxes.
Relic.
An object from a previous era, especially one of historical value.
Examples:
Historical relic. Holy relics. This bronze sword is a relic of ancient times.
Plural.
The grammatical form of a noun or pronoun indicating that it refers to more than one thing or person.
Examples:
Plural form. Plural culture. We use plural nouns when there is more than one of something.
Inquiry.
A request for information or investigation, a formal or official investigation or inquiry.
Examples:
Criminal inquiry. Internal inquiry. He made an inquiry about the availability of tickets for the concert.